Now at 6, it's primary election day in the district. Several major seats are on the ballot, including an open race for D.C. mayor. We'll look at the candidates and what voters need to know before heading to the polls. The search continues this morning for a swimmer who went missing near Great Falls. More on the search efforts ahead. A Northern Virginia woman reacting to a racial slur found on her receipt order from Wingstop. What the management is saying about the incident. Plus, Governor Spanberger signing into law more traffic enforcement on the George Washington Parkway. The effort to keep drivers safe on the road and those new changes commuters should know about. All that and more on your news at 6. And it is exactly 6 o'clock now on this Tuesday morning. We told you yesterday would be a great one, right?
Oh, it certainly was. Today's looking fantastic as well.
Appreciate you being with us here on Fox 5 and always streaming on Fox Local. Well done, Tucker. Well done.
You get all the tips today.
Well, don't worry. The actual jar will be here shortly. I got Taylor here, too, so you got to double it up. It's like, normally 20%, we want 40%.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be an expensive day for many of you. I'm going to warn you. All right, absolutely beautiful out there. We were just saying it looks like it's like a postcard or something, but that's an actual, the sun getting going there down at the U.S. Capitol. Looks beautiful this morning, and it is beautiful. Temperatures in the comfortable department. Low 60s at DC-8, Reagan National, 59 Dulles, 56 up in Baltimore, and we are looking at another beautiful day. We'll get a few clouds this afternoon, just like yesterday, but rain and thunderstorm free for your Tuesday, and it should be near 80 this afternoon. So gorgeous day. Do some more heat on the way. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Taylor, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks, Tucker. Let's get a check on the roads. So we'll check in with your drive times right here because we don't have a whole lot happening for your Tuesday morning commute. Obviously, we have a beautiful, fantastic sunrise, which may at least hold you up a little bit early this morning if you get a glimpse of it. DC majors looking pretty good there. We'll check in with your Maryland majors, maybe a little bit slow moving on 495. Otherwise, your Virginia majors are looking good as well. Well, much more on weather and traffic in about 5 minutes.
Off the top here at 6, we begin with developing news out of Prince William County this morning where police are searching for a gunman who shot someone in Manassas. This all happening just before 1:30 this morning on Parrish Lane. No word yet on the victim's condition. Officials say to expect an increased police presence as that investigation continues.
The search also continues this morning for the young swimmer from Montgomery County who went missing on the Potomac River Sunday. The family of 20-year-old Towson University student Nasir Bell said he was last seen by friends slipping under the surface of the water. He had jumped into the water from a spot off the Billy Goat Trail in Great Falls. Officials say although the river can look calm on the surface, currents are treacherous, and that's why swimming is prohibited.
The man accused of an ambush attack on 2 National Guards members will appear in front of a judge for a status hearing today. Ramanula Lockenwall pled not guilty to shooting and killing Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom and injuring Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. Lockenwall faces several charges, including first-degree murder. Federal prosecutor seeking the death penalty in his case. His hearing set to start at 1:30 this afternoon. Well, it is officially primary day in the district. Polls open in less than an hour, and voters will choose candidates for mayor, attorney general, D.C. council, and the city's delegate to Congress.
This election also marks the first time voters will use ranked choice voting in a citywide primary. So a little learning to do, perhaps, for some voters. Maureen's in Northwest D.C. with a preview for us. Mo?
Hey, good morning. So, yeah, this is one of the most significant elections in D.C. history because you have 2 things happening here. For the first time, you have ranked choice voting, so voters are not familiar with that. It could cause some hiccups. We'll have to wait and see how it ultimately plays out. And also, there is controversy surrounding one of the mayoral candidates. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but just some of the X's and O's out of the way. Polls opening today. We're at the Chevy Chase Community Center where one of the candidates will be. Polls across the district opening today at 7. They'll stay open until 8 o'clock. Voters will choose candidates for mayor, attorney general, D.C. council, and delegate to Congress in what is expected to be one of the most consequential local elections in recent years. This is also the first citywide primary to use ranked choice voting. Instead of selecting just one candidate, voters can rank candidates in order of preference. If no candidate gets more than 50% of the vote, the candidates with the fewest votes is eliminated, and then votes are redistributed until a winner emerges. Candidates will spend Election Day making a final push to connect with voters. Mayoral candidate Janice Lewis George is scheduled to visit polling locations across the city, including here at the Chevy Chase Community Center this morning at 8 o'clock. Mayoral candidate Kenya McDuffie will also make stops at polling places throughout the day. He will begin at 8:45 at Turkey Thicket and then visit locations later this afternoon, including here at Chevy Chase as well. Now, one issue hanging over the race involves Louis George's campaign. The D.C. Office of Campaign Finance recently fined that campaign $16,000, alleging spending and fundraising violations. Louis George's campaign denies the allegations and says that it plans to challenge the findings. Now, back here live, again, polls opening at 7 o'clock. Election officials are urging voters who are coming out to vote to make sure they understand the ranked choice voting system ahead of time so that when they get here, it will be a much faster process. If you want to mail in your ballot, today's the last day. It has to be postmarked by, so keep that in mind. Again, polls open until 8 o'clock tonight. And we'll, of course, be trying to talk to voters and, of course, the candidates as we follow them this morning to see exactly how they're feeling, how things are playing out as this important day in D.C. election history plays out. That is the latest from here in Northwest. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Maureen, thanks very much. All right, very comfortable outside. I mean, we are looking at 62 degrees as one of the warm spots of the morning, Tuck. We're getting a little morning chill.
We got some 50s out there, yeah, and low humidity again today. Absolutely gorgeous weather here. We're winding down the last days of spring. Summer gets here Sunday, so it is going to be another beautiful afternoon. No rain, no thunderstorm storms expected today. Things will change tomorrow. We'll be back near 90, and we're going to get hot again.
Okay, enjoy it while it lasts, right?
Well, yeah, but the next round of heat, you know what, won't be here for, it won't last. It'll only be here for a day or two, and then we'll be cooler again for the weekend. Sunny, nice, beautiful Tuesday for you, and again, gorgeous sunrise out there. Look at the blue sky and the great visibilities and the low humidity. Our dew points are in the 50s, and that's nice dry air overhead. Just gorgeous stuff here. 62 in Washington, 59 Dallas to get the morning going. Okay, let's talk about a very quiet satellite and radar. There's nothing happening other than cool conditions and really nice skies out there. I think our winds will be a little lighter than yesterday, and we should have a little more sunshine than yesterday. We did get a nice bit of a cloud deck yesterday, but other than that, kind of a partly to mostly sunny day, high pressure right overhead, and it will deliver a gorgeous afternoon. So let's enjoy it. If you're going out this evening, you look good. By tomorrow, we start to heat things up just a bit. We'll be back up near 90 by tomorrow, with a chance for a couple of showers around tomorrow into Thursday. 81 this afternoon. Plenty of sun and nice afternoon. Don't forget about the Fox Local app. Make sure you download it today. It's right there. You know, the best part, the price is absolutely free. And once you get it, you can watch all of our shows. You can get the latest updates. And, of course, you can track all the weather and the severe weather as we get it during this time of year. Taylor?
Thanks, Tucker. Let's get a check on the roads right now. We'll check in with DC 295 right now. You can take a live look with traffic is flowing smoothly in both directions between Kenilworth Avenue and the 11th Street Bridge. Again, southbound lanes, that's going to take you around 11 minutes. Inbound US 50 looking okay as well between Kenilworth Avenue and 3rd Street Tunnel. Should take you around 10 to 15 minutes. Here's I-395 northbound. Your drive times are looking good between the Beltway and the 14th Street Bridge. You can see that live look right near the Pentagon, where so far so good on this Tuesday morning. And here's I-95 northbound right now between Quantico and the Beltway. That's going to take you about 35 minutes. Jacqueline?
Taylor, thank you. In Montgomery County, testing has found high levels of PFAS, often known as forever chemicals, in part of the Muddy Branch stream. The highest levels were detected near the former Safety Training Academy. WSSC Water says there is no impact to the public drinking water, but the county is taking precautions. A water contact advisory was issued for parts of the stream and nearby waterways. County leaders plan to update the public at a meeting happening tomorrow. Meantime, efforts ongoing to fix a section of the Potomac Interceptor. Those are ramping up to help protect downstream drinking water. D.C. water crews now working on 1,700 feet of the sewer line at Muddy Branch near Pennyfield Lock in Potomac. It follows an overflow back in January that released more than 240 million gallons of sewage into the Potomac. Construction expected to last through September.
Covering the Commonwealth now, local and state police could be enforcing traffic laws on the GW Parkway. Governor Spanberger signed a bill earlier this year that would bring more traffic enforcement, also let localities seek authorization for speed cameras. Safety has been a concern on the GW Parkway for many years. The law would take effect on July 1st. A lot of this we're talking about south of Alexandria. Melanie Almock's going to have a live report for us coming up in just a few minutes at 6:30.
Also in the Commonwealth, we are about 2 weeks away now from Virginia facing a deadline to pass a budget or face a shutdown. Tax breaks for data centers remain a focal point between House and Senate Democrats, as well as Governor Abigail Spanberger. State Senate President Luis Lucas wants to end that tax break for now, ahead of their 2035 expiration.
summarily end or break contracts is one choice. The other choice is what the House has put forward, which is creating a commission that would have a report due by November 1st, where we would have a full accounting of how much investment data centers have brought to Virginia in terms of the jobs that they have created, the state or the local revenue that they have brought in property tax and in sales and use tax, the impact, negative or neutral, that it may have had on natural resources, water, environmental impact, noise impact.
Governor Spanberger there joining our Jim Lokay on the Final Five. She went on to talk more about what is in the budget for Northern Virginia and the potential impacts of a shutdown. You can watch the full interview with Governor Spanberger on Fox Local and fox5dc.com.
Virginia Democratic Congressman Don Beyer has introduced legislation to block President Trump's proposed 250-foot archway at the entrance to Arlington National Cemetery. The project is already facing a federal lawsuit. In the meantime, today is the last day for public comment on the proposal. You can make that those comments through the National Park Service. The president now calling D.C.'s massive 4th of July celebration for America's 250 a Trump rally. This coming after the majority of performers pulled out of the Freedom 250 concert series over concerns about it being partisan. The Freedom 250 event on the National Mall being organized through a private partnership, not the government.
California Governor Gavin Newsom claiming that the Trump Justice Department is investigating him and his wife. The longtime opponent of the president and potential 2028 presidential candidate did not give any specifics, but says that he is on Trump's hit list, calling him the most corrupt president in history. The Democrat says the DOJ has not found any crime, but it is trying to find one. There's been no comment from the Justice Department.
A health alert this morning. A listeria outbreak linked to a dairy facility in southern Maryland has triggered a major cheese recall across several states. So far, though, no reports of anyone falling ill. Clover Hill Dairy in Mechanicsville voluntarily recalled all of its cheese products, including ricotta and cheddar. This after officials suspended the dairy's license last month over public health concerns. Clover Hill products were sold in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, as well as New York, North Carolina, and New Jersey.
Well, still to come this morning, when you grab a receipt at a restaurant, you don't expect a racial slur will be on that piece of paper. But one woman said that is exactly what happened to her. More on that exclusive story to see her reaction and what Wingstop had to say coming up next.
Plus, President Trump says a tentative deal has been struck with Iran for peace, but no details have been released. We'll look at the next steps forward when we return.